Okay, so I will admit that this video is much later than I'd actually wanted it to be originally. Well, my plan had been to film this video on October 21st, which, as we all know, in Back to the Future land, is a rather, well, important, significant date. But I didn't actually get this in time, and then kind of put it off for, well, a little over a month after that, actually getting it filmed. So, today, this is my filming of the video to see if we can get I guess that's about the best we're going to get. But yeah, so this is the Back to the Future Trilogy. Now, there were a couple different versions of this release. There's also, I think, what's called the Ultimate Set, or the Complete Adventures, or whatever, which also includes the animated series, which, although I did watch the animated series, it wasn't something that I was really in a massive hurry to get in the collection. And I only have so much money or so much of a budget to actually purchase Blu-rays anyway, so I opted to go for the lesser of the two. So this is just the basic, well, it's still a cool edition. Now, Back to the Future, I've actually owned this a few times. Originally, I had it just, well, to be honest, just taped off air on beta. Then had them, all three of them, on VHS. Then I had the original, well, the original, I think it was really, well, no, I guess it would be the original DVD release that came out, I guess it was around 2004, 2005. Loaned that to someone actually long before I started making videos on this channel, and never saw it again. Kept meaning to pick up the, what was that point, the 20th anniversary Blu-ray, or is it the 25th anniversary Blu-ray that came out in 2010, but never did quite get around to it. So then they announced this, so I figured, what the hell, I'll just wait for the new trilogy to come out. For the most part, it still has all the extras and everything that was on the original trilogy. I think the transfers of the movies, as far as I know, are the same. I think they look damn good. So if this is what the 2010 version looked like, I don't really see there having ever really been any call to do it over again. Anyway, so this is the set. I'm just going to adjust my thing here so I can actually see it. So this is the set. And there we go, I bumped my tripod, and there's me. Hello, me. Let's take a look at the back. So this is the slipcase. Kind of adjust the glare there. You can kind of see it. So in case you want to read that, that's the, let's see if we can get it in there a little bit more. But yeah, that's well, everything that's on there. All three movies, and hours, and hours, and hours, and hours. Well, not hours and hours of bonus features, but I've watched through the main features, and most of these were made from, it seems, from either, some were the 2005 and some were the 2010 versions. Definitely, they weren't recent, but that's okay. Especially the 2010, I'd never seen anyway, so here we go. We'll open up the set itself. So I take off the old slipcover. Then we have a digibook. So even though it's not the ultimate set, this is still a pretty nice set. So Back to the Future Trilogy. We got our book right there on the back. Basically the same thing that's on the slipcover. So digibook and slipcover. There were also some exclusive steel books of this, which I didn't get. Although given a choice between steel books and steel books and digibooks. Actually, I think I prefer the digibooks myself. I don't think they just kind of look a little bit cooler, like little books. I don't know. I'm old. I like books. So as we go into it, so Back to the Future 1, well, Back to the Future. The original movie, at the time, not necessarily planned as being a part of a trilogy, although it could have gone either way, but no one had expected this movie to actually be as big as it was. In terms of the movies themselves, some people claim this is the best. I kind of view all three of them just as one long continuing story. the first two literally almost the same story. The third one in a different direction, but there isn't necessarily one that I like more than the other. I think the first one, just for nostalgic reasons, probably the first one for me. Maybe a little bit more, just because I remember watching this in. Well, I didn't see it in the theaters. I saw it on video. It would have been 1986, so about a year after it came out. But I remember I used to, you know, when you're kids, you find something you like, you'll watch it over and over again. So I think every weekend for probably about 4 months, I actually watched Back to the Future. And to be honest, I still like it as much now as I did then. So you've got the original artwork. Then got this right here. Those features. There's the artwork. Okay, and then the disc is obviously just in that cardboard sleeve. Then we have Back to the Future Part 2. Same thing. So this came out 4 years after Back to the Future 1. This was 1989. And now it's kind of cool to actually look at. I know a lot of other people have commented on this, but you know what became, I guess, reality, or you know, the predictions that were made here in terms of technology that became real, and those which became didn't. The flying cars, I can't ever see that becoming a reality, because the problem is if you have a flying car, well, it's not going to be the same as if it breaks down if you have a car that's on the road. If your car breaks down now, well, you're just left with, these days, a horrifically expensive repair bill. If you have a hover car and it breaks down, you're dead. So I don't ever see that taking off, and it's definitely not something that I would ever buy myself. And then we have Back to the Future Part 3. Came out 1 year later in 1990. Now, Back to the Future 2 and Back to the Future 3 were actually, they were shot back to back, so the same time basically as one long movie. And I kind of like what they did with this one, where they just, for the final chapter, we'll call it, they took it in a completely different direction. And, you know, here we're in the 19th century. I think Back to the Future 3 over the years is the one that I've seen the least. To be honest, I actually haven't rewatched it yet in this set. I've rewatched the first two. But, yeah, so, cool movie. And then the cartoon series, if you watch that, basically takes up from where Back to the Future 3 left off. If you want to see the extras, there you go. Okay, and then these are the features. So this is for the 2013. So it's 2015. As far as I know, I think the 3 discs are basically the same as what was in the original one. But then you have this new bonus disc, which some of the content, actually I think all the content, is current stuff. So for the 2013, you've got a 2015 message from Doc Brown. Doc saves the world. Restoring the DeLorean, which actually I haven't watched that, but I'm not sure if that's recent or not. Or I might be confusing that with Restoring Ecto 1 with the Ghostbusters. Whatever. We got that, and then you've got at least the first episode of the animated series, and then you've got commercials, which everything has commercials. So there we have it. So this is, there we go, bumping my tripod again. Tripod. I just can't talk. But anyways, so yeah, that's Back to the Future Digibook Trilogy. So yeah, I figured for some of these set overviews, rather than just me talking about them, but at least for more significant releases other than, you know, just crap that I get from the bargain bin, probably going to go back to shooting it this way. And advantage is I have a tripod now, so it's a lot, well, it doesn't move all over the place like some of my earlier back in the day unboxings did when I just did it handheld with the camera. I don't know, I might experiment some, I might do handheld some, I'll do with the tripod. Or just let me know, do you prefer it this way or do you prefer me in front of the camera? Not really that exciting to look at in front of the camera, so at least here you can get a better look at what it is I'm looking at. So, that's it for today. So, as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.